Hi everyone and welcome back. As I promised in previous video that I will be bringing a real-time case study of constructing a pipeline from Haridwar to Rishikesh. Here I am. And why I chose this topic is because India is shifting towards a gas-based economy, and currently in the whole world, if we take the energy ratio or the energy share of natural gas in the world, it is around one fourth. That is around 23.5% in major developing or developed economies. But in India, we are presently at 6.5 percentage of the total energy basket. So we are, or the government of India is planning to make it or increase it up to 15% by 2030. So this is why many infrastructure projects and pipeline projects will come into play, and government of India and our prime minister is also talking about one nation one gas grid, so that all the pipelines are linked together, and as the gas reaches our port, it can reach very easily to the ports and other pipelines of the country. So it will be around a $60 billion investment. And since pipeline is considered to be most effective, safest and economical form of transportation of natural gas, so India is planning to build many new gas line projects, pipeline projects. So that's why I chose this topic. So we will be doing this project, or we will be constructing this pipeline case study in three parts. In first part, we'll do the demand projection of that area of Rishikesh and nearby areas, and in the second part, we'll design the pipeline as per the demand projections, and in the third part, we will see the cost estimation of the project, that how much capex or capital expenditure is required for this small project, so that we have an idea of big large pipeline projects and see how things are done. So now let us come to the presentation. The topic is connecting Rishikesh with natural gas pipeline from Haridwar, and it is presented by me. My name is Archana Singh Rajput, and I am MBA Oil and Gas Management student, and I have completed my MBA this year itself. So let's get started. So as I already told you in the introduction, that India is going to become one of the largest consumer of gas in coming time, due to its increasing population and increasing consumption. So India's policy makers are stressing on role of natural gas in overall energy mix. So this pipeline is considered to be most economical form of transportation. So that's why many pipeline projects are there in pipeline. So let us calculate the demand. So let me use the marker first so that I can highlight. Yeah. So the calculation of actual demand. So how we'll calculate the demand is by calculating in domestic sector and in transportation sector and in industrial requirement. The area is Rishikesh, so we'll consider all the nearby areas like Rishikesh, Chamoli and Pauri Garhwal, and transportation sector will include buses, autos and cars, and any other requirement of by the state government of Uttaranchal. So this is how I have done. So procedure for calculating the demand. So we'll take the population of first Rishikesh city. It is around 3,138, and population of Chamoli city, it's around 3,90,091,000, and Pauri Garhwal, it's around 6,87,000. So we will add all these population and it will come around 11,81,000. So number of household, we are assuming it's a average 6-member family. So each house will use LPG, like if they will consume 1.5 cylinders per month. That is, in 2 months they will consume 3 LPG cylinder are consuming. I mean, this is the average requirement we have taken it till now. So the standard weight of LPG cylinder is around 14.2 kg, and I have written the calorific value of natural gas and LPG also, which will be later used in the calculations. So amount of LPG consumed in each household is 14.2 into 1.5. That is, this is in the term of LPG cylinder which is used right now, and if we are calculating for per day, we'll divide it by 30. So it is around 0.71 kg per day. So this is LPG. So now we have to calculate equivalent amount of natural gas, and since we know that the calorific value of natural gas is higher than calorific value of LPG, so we will convert it in equal amount of natural gas by dividing it, by dividing the calorific value of LPG by natural gas. So we get this value 0.7058 kilogram per day of natural gas. So this much of natural gas is required per day. So now if we want to calculate the volumetric flow rate, so we'll divide it by density of natural gas. I have taken it 0.862, and this will come to around 0.8178 meter cube per day. So now we have seen many calculation written in form of MMSCMD, because there is very large amount of natural gas which will be required in the whole region. So the calculation are done in million metric standard cubic meter per day. So in order to convert into MMSCMD, I have divided it by 10 to the power minus 6. So till now I think everything is clear. So coming to the next slide. So this is the domestic PNG demand. I will tell you how this graph is being made. So just roughly you can see that in 2001 it was 0.1611, and this is all in MMSCMD. And as per the demand projection, by 2025 or 26 we will be reaching around 0.42067 MMSCMD per year. So I will tell you how this graph is made. So procedure for calculating the demand is P is equal to P naught into E to the power R and T, where P is the current value of the population which we have added in the area in the previous slides, and then P naught is the initial value of population, R is the growth factor, and T is the time. So that is then normal exponential equation, if you can see. So we are doing it in order to project the demand for the coming years, for making the graph which I have shown you in the previous slide. So total gas demand in MMSCMD is Q standard is domestic PNG plus CNG plus industrial, as we are making it for the whole thing in that region. So these are the things which we have taken, and these are the estimation for domestic PNG. This is for CNG, and this is for industrial segment. See, in industry, it is used for making plastic, natural gas, fertilizer, and many other operations. So we are taking it buffer as 0.365 MMSCMD. So Q standard will become 1.8837 MMSCMD. So this is at standard temperature and pressure, but in real life or in real time scenario, there is nothing called standard. So we will be calculating as per the actual pressure and temperature. So this is the equation for the actual temperature and pressure. Taking compressibility factor as 0.95. So as per this equation, after calculating everything and putting on substituting the values, we will get around 0.242 meter cube per second. So now, as coming to the design calculation, we will be designing as per the requirement of as per the load of that pipe. So as per the design, we are required to design steel pipe for high CGD, high pressure network, and MDPE pipe for
medium pressure, and copper and another galvanized iron pipe for very low pressure or low pressure network. So now if we are calculating the diameter of pipe, it's very easy method, like in the previous classes or in class 12th we used to do that. A is equal to pi square, pi d square upon 4. So with this we can calculate the diameter, and from the table we can, there is a table in API 5L table, from which we can decide the density of the pipe as per the diameter and pressure. So the thickness of that pipe is 0.375 inch. The thickness formula is given by this term. So you just need to see the table in which we can see in which the thickness is being mentioned. So now coming to the cost of the project, so there are three big costs associated with the project. First is the pipeline network, that is plumbing, compressor station, liquid separator, metering station, valves and SCADA. Another is power source, how much amount of power is used, electricity or human resources or any other thing. And another is we are adding some buffer cost like cost of failure or any other administrative cost or taxes by government and another excise duties. So these are some of the cost I have taken into consideration in while designing this project. This is the life cycle cost optimization chart and total cost estimation of the project. So we can see that for different pipe thickness there are different capex. So let me take for the least one, 12 inches. So the total pressure it can withhold or stand is 6000 psi, and number of station I have taken 5. The pressure per station is 1200 psi. Pipeline investment is this much, station investment is this much, and I have included the depreciation at the rate of 3% and of depreciation of stations at 4% per year, and property taxes at 1%. So the total annual cost is this much, that is around 1 crore 40 lakh dollars something. So we will round up to around 1 crore 50 lakh, and if we are converting dollars, and if we are converting it into the Indian currency, it amounts to around 113 crore approximately for the whole Rishikesh Chamoli area region. So the operating standard cost which we take is around 10%, 10% of the total capex. So if we are adding 10% to 113 crore, it will be around 12 crore approximately. So the total cost will lie around ranging to 125 crore in total. So this is the idea of the capex or the amount which is required for designing a pipeline, and I hope that you all must have got a little rough idea that how much a pipeline project cost for a smaller region. So there are many talks among the government policy makers that they will invest around $60 billion in this construction of pipeline and make our nation into one nation, one grid pipeline, so that the availability of gas throughout the nation is good and is easy. And this is it. I hereby sign off. Thank you.